Welcome to our deep dive today. We're going to be looking at some practical ways to improve your health. And you guys sent us a really cool article from the 0JX yoga blog called How to Improve Physical Health, 9 Ways to Improve Your Health. And it's packed with great advice.
It really is. You know what I think is interesting is how this article approaches health holistically.
Right. It's not just about hitting the gym or anything like that. It's about all those foundational habits that we sometimes overlook, you know? Like, remember when we were kids and our parents would always nag us to drink more water?
Ah.
Turns out they were onto something.
It's true. They highlight hydration as like a cornerstone of health. They even suggest starting your day with 2 glasses of water or lemon water.
Oh, wow.
Have you tried that?
I have, and it is a pretty refreshing way to wake up in the morning. But I'm curious, what's the science behind why hydration is so crucial?
Well, water is involved in pretty much every bodily function.
Yeah.
It helps regulate temperature, transport nutrients, flush out waste products. It even cushions our joints. It's really like the lifeblood of our cells, keeping everything running smoothly.
That makes a lot of sense. And the article mentions some pretty noticeable benefits too, like healthier skin, improved digestion, more energy.
Right.
I mean, I've definitely noticed a difference in my energy levels when I'm well hydrated.
That's great. And it's not just physical. Hydration can also impact our mood and cognitive function.
Really?
Yeah, dehydration can lead to fatigue, irritability, brain fog even.
Wow. I had no idea it could impact us that much. So drinking enough water, super crucial. But the article also talks about incorporating strength training, and I'm sure there are some people out there who might feel a little intimidated by that.
I understand that,
Yeah,
but they make a good point. You
yeah,
don't have to become a power lifter to benefit from strength training.
right.
Even just moderate strength training like twice a week can make a huge difference.
Okay, that makes me feel a lot better.
Yeah.
So what are some of the benefits beyond just building muscle?
Well, it can help lower blood pressure, improve blood circulation by strengthening your heart and blood vessels. It can even help with weight management and blood sugar control.
Wow, that's quite a list. The article also mentions that it's really important for bone health.
Oh, absolutely.
Can you elaborate on that a little?
Yeah. As we age, our bones naturally lose density, which makes us more prone to fractures and conditions like osteoporosis.
Uh-huh.
Strength training helps counteract that by stimulating bone growth and making them stronger and denser.
It sounds like it's really an investment in our future health,
Absolutely.
keeping us strong and active as we age. That's amazing how something so simple can have such wide-ranging benefits. You know, I have to admit, the part about toned hands and a boosted metabolism definitely caught my attention.
Yeah, those are definitely motivating perks. It's a reminder that strength training is not just about aesthetics,
Huh.
but it's about enhancing your overall health and well-being from the inside out.
And speaking of feeling good, the article also delves into the often confusing world of healthy eating. With all the different diet fads and conflicting information out there, you know, it can be hard to even know where to start.
I completely agree. It's overwhelming, and I think that's why the article focuses on finding an approach that's sustainable for you,
Okay.
rather than promoting a specific diet. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's brilliant. It takes the pressure off of trying to follow the latest trends and encourages us to just find what works for our individual needs and preferences. Because let's be honest, who can stick to a restrictive diet forever?
Exactly. It's about making healthy choices that you can enjoy and maintain over time.
Now, after a good meal, who doesn't love a good night's sleep? I have to admit, though, I am guilty of not always prioritizing those 7 to 9 hours that they recommend.
I think that's something a lot of us struggle with. It's worth remembering, though, that sleep isn't just about feeling rested.
Uh-huh.
It's a time for our bodies to repair and rejuvenate.
You know, I've definitely noticed I'm a lot more irritable and less focused when I'm sleep deprived.
Absolutely.
Is that connected at all to this whole repair and rejuvenation thing?
Yeah, during sleep, our bodies are working on everything from muscle repair and hormone regulation to memory consolidation and immune system strengthening.
Wow.
So when we chronically deprive ourselves of sleep, it disrupts these essential processes and it leaves us feeling drained, both physically and mentally.
Wow. It's incredible how much our bodies are doing while we're asleep. The article also mentions that it's really important to have consistent sleep patterns.
Yes.
And I heard that's got something to do with our internal clock or something.
Exactly. It's called the circadian rhythm, and it's our natural sleep-wake cycle.
Okay.
And when we disrupt that, it can affect the quality of our sleep and really mess with our well-being.
So if you're constantly waking up groggy or struggling to fall asleep, it might be a sign to pay closer attention to your sleep hygiene.
Absolutely.
And to those consistent sleep patterns, It's fascinating how seemingly small things can have a big difference on our health.
Speaking of small things, let's talk about stretching.
It's another one of those things that often gets overlooked but offers a surprising number of benefits. The article suggests incorporating it into our daily routine, but I have to admit, I'm not always consistent with that.
All right.
When do you find time to stretch?
I personally like to do it in the morning. Even just a few minutes of gentle stretches can help me feel energized and ready for the day.
Oh, that's a good idea.
But there's no right or wrong time to do it. It's about finding what works best for you.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I guess what matters is that we are doing it consistently.
Exactly.
I'm curious, what are some of the benefits of regular stretching that might motivate us to prioritize it more?
Well, it helps to improve flexibility and range of motion, which is important for everything from athletic performance to everyday activities. It can also improve posture, reduce muscle tension, and even enhance blood circulation.
Wow. I didn't realize it impacted so many areas. It sounds like it's a very simple yet powerful way to improve our physical well-being.
It is. And some people also find that it has mental benefits as well,
Oh, really?
like reducing stress and promoting relaxation.
It's kind of like a mini massage for your muscles. Speaking of massage, that's the next thing the article covers.
Ah, yes. Often seen as a luxury, but it actually offers tangible health benefits.
So it's not just about pampering ourselves. I'm intrigued. What kind of benefits are we talking about?
Massage can alleviate physical pain, reduce stress and anxiety, even improve blood circulation. It's especially beneficial for people with desk jobs or those who stand for long periods.
That makes sense because those are often the people who complain about back and neck pain.
Exactly. Massage can target those specific areas, release muscle tension, promote relaxation. It can be a really powerful tool for managing chronic pain and improving overall well-being.
It sounds like it's a great way to complement other healthy habits,
Absolutely.
like stretching and exercise.
Yeah.
But for those of us who maybe don't have the time or the resources for regular massages, the article suggests something a bit more accessible: walking in nature.
There's something so simple yet profound about walking.
Right.
It's an activity that most of us can do regardless of our fitness level.
I completely agree. And it's such a great way to get exercise, fresh air, connect with nature all at the same time. And, the article really emphasizes that enjoyment factor, which I think is really crucial for making any activity sustainable.
Absolutely. They even suggest getting a pet as motivation for regular walks,
I love that idea.
which is fantastic.
It's a win-win. You get the benefits of walking, indeed the companionship of a furry friend.
Exactly.
The article mentions a goal of 10,000 steps a day, which sounds like a lot, but it's actually about 8 kilometers or an hour and a half of walking.
Yeah, and it's more achievable than it sounds, especially if you break it up throughout the day.
That's true.
And have you ever noticed how you feel after a good walk?
Uh-huh.
More energized, more relaxed.
Absolutely. I always feel more clear-headed and less stressed after a walk, especially if it's in nature.
There's a reason for that. Walking, especially in nature, releases endorphins, which are those feel-good chemicals in our brains that boost our mood and help us manage stress.
It's amazing how such a simple activity can have such profound effects on our well-being. And the article also mentions that it can aid in weight loss, especially when combined with a healthy diet.
That's right. It's a great way to burn calories and improve your overall fitness. And the best part is it's low impact, so it's gentle on your joints.
I think walking is truly an underrated form of exercise. It's accessible, it's enjoyable, and it offers a wide range of both physical and mental benefits. But for those who are looking for something a bit more vigorous, a bit more of a workout, the article also explores the benefits of running.
Running can definitely be more demanding, but it's also incredibly rewarding.
Uh-huh.
It's a fantastic way to challenge yourself, both physically and mentally.
I've heard that running can be quite addictive once you get into a good rhythm. Have you experienced that?
I have. There's something about the runner's high that keeps you coming back for more.
Oh, yeah.
It's a feeling of euphoria and accomplishment that's pretty hard to beat.
Yeah. The article encourages people to just start, even if it's just short intervals of running and brisk walking.
That's a great approach.
Yeah. It's about finding what works for you and gradually building your stamina.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
You don't have to go from couch potato to marathon runner overnight.
Right.
It's about starting where you are and gradually pushing your limits.
And they highlight so many benefits like physical fitness and weight management to mental clarity and stress relief. They even mention that it can be a social activity,
Yeah,
connecting with others who share your passion.
it's true. Running groups and communities can provide support, motivation, and a sense of camaraderie.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, running with a friend can make the time fly by and make the whole experience more enjoyable.
It's a great way to combine fitness with social interaction, making it a much more holistic approach to well-being.
Right.
The article also touches on the mood-boosting effects of those happiness hormones, but what are those exactly?
So when we exercise, our bodies
Hmm.
release endorphins, dopamine, and serotonin.
Okay.
And these are neurochemicals that have mood-boosting and pain-relieving effects.
Mm.
They're often referred to as happiness hormones because they contribute to feelings of pleasure, well-being, and even euphoria.
So it's not just a myth that runner's high is a real thing.
It's backed by science.
Wow. And it seems like running in nature kind of amplifies those benefits.
Yes.
Combining
Right.
the physical exertion with the tranquility of the environment.
Exactly. Being in nature has been shown to have these calming and restorative effects on our minds and bodies.
Mm-hmm.
So when you combine that with the endorphin rush of running, you create this powerful synergy for stress reduction and mood enhancement.
So we've covered hydration, strength training, healthy eating, sleep, stretching, massage, walking, and running.
Wow.
And that brings us to our final point. Mindfulness meditation. This is where the article kind of shifts from physical well-being to mental well-being, which is equally important.
Absolutely. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the constant doing
Yeah.
and forget about the importance of simply being.
Right.
And mindfulness offers a really powerful tool for bringing us back to the present moment.
The article even mentions that top athletes use mindfulness meditation
They do.
to enhance their performance and manage pressure.
It's true. More and more athletes are incorporating mindfulness into their training routines to improve focus, manage stress, and cultivate a sense of calm amidst the intensity of competition.
That's pretty convincing evidence for its effectiveness. But for those who are new to it, what exactly ISS mindfulness meditation?
At its core, mindfulness meditation is about paying attention to the present moment without judgment.
Okay.
It's about observing your thoughts, feelings, and sensations without getting carried away by them.
So it's about developing a sense of awareness and acceptance of what is happening in our minds and bodies
Yes.
without trying to change or control it.
Exactly. And it's a skill that can be cultivated through practice, just like any other skill.
That's a good point. It's not about achieving some perfect state of mindfulness,
Right.
but rather about bringing a gentle awareness to our experiences moment by moment.
And that's where the benefits lie. By cultivating mindfulness, we can learn to manage stress, reduce anxiety, improve focus, and even enhance our emotional well-being.
It sounds like mindfulness could be a valuable tool for anyone
Absolutely.
looking to improve their mental clarity and overall well-being. It's a great reminder that taking care of our mental health is just as important as taking care of our physical health.
Absolutely. And, a lot of times these two are very much intertwined.
Mm-hmm.
When we feel mentally well, we're more likely to make healthy choices for our bodies.
That makes sense.
And when we take care of our physical health, we often experience improvements in our mental well-being. It's a beautiful cycle.
It sounds like the key to lasting well-being is finding that balance
Absolutely.
between our physical and mental health, nurturing both aspects of ourselves. And it's amazing how this article encompasses so many different approaches from the physical to the mental, offering a really holistic perspective on well-being.
It's a reminder that there are so many different pathways to a healthier and happier life.
Right.
And each person's journey is going to be unique,
Uh-huh.
shaped by their individual needs, preferences, and experiences.
This has been such a fascinating deep dive into the world of well-being, and we've only just scratched the surface.
It really is a fascinating topic.
We've explored a wide range of practical tips and thought-provoking ideas, and we can't wait to delve deeper into some of these topics in the next part of our deep dive.
I'm excited to continue the conversation.
Stay tuned. We'll be back soon to continue our exploration of these 9 ways to improve your health.
See you then.
Until then, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep taking care of yourself.
Great advice.
Welcome back to our deep dive into the 9 ways to improve your health. Before the break, we were discussing mindfulness meditation, which the ZOJX Yoga blog article presented as like a key component of well-being. It's fascinating how they connect something as ancient as meditation with modern health practices.
It speaks to the growing recognition that true well-being encompasses both our physical and mental states. It's not just about how much we can lift or how many miles we can run. It's about cultivating a sense of inner peace and balance. And that's where mindfulness comes in.
I've tried meditation apps before, but I always struggled with that feeling that I wasn't doing it right. Is there a specific way to practice mindfulness, or is it more about finding what works for you?
That's a great question. And I think the beauty of mindfulness is that it's adaptable to individual needs and preferences. you know.
Mm.
There are certainly guided meditations and techniques you can learn, but the essence of it is about cultivating a non-judgmental awareness of the present moment.
So if my mind wanders during meditation, I shouldn't be like getting frustrated with myself.
Not at all. In fact, noticing that your mind has wandered is part of the practice. It's about gently guiding your attention back to the present moment, whether it's focusing on your breath, your body, or even the sounds around you.
Oh, okay. That's a relief to hear.
Yeah.
It takes the pressure off of trying to achieve some perfect state of meditative bliss.
Right. It's more about the journey of becoming aware of our thoughts and feelings without getting like swept away by them.
Exactly. And that awareness can be incredibly empowering. It allows us to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment,
Yeah.
which can help us respond to challenges with more clarity and intention rather than just reacting impulsively.
So instead of getting caught up in a spiral of negative thoughts,
Mm-hmm.
mindfulness helps us to like step back and create a space
Yeah.
between our thoughts and our reactions.
Exactly.
That sounds incredibly valuable, especially in today's world, you know?
It is. It's like building a muscle of mental resilience,
Okay.
helping us navigate the ups and downs of life with more grace and equanimity.
I'm starting to see how mindfulness can be a game changer for managing stress and improving our overall well-being. But how does this ancient practice connect with the other topics we've discussed, like exercise and nutrition? That's a fantastic question. You know, the interconnectedness of these aspects of well-being is fascinating. For instance, when we're mindful of our eating habits, we're more likely to make choices that nourish our bodies rather than simply satisfying cravings.
So it's about being present with our food,
Uh-huh.
savoring each bite, and really paying attention to how it makes us feel.
Exactly. It's about moving away from mindless eating and tuning into our body's signals of hunger and fullness.
Okay.
And this mindful approach can extend to other areas of our lives as well.
I'm starting to see how mindfulness could be like a thread that weaves through all these different aspects of well-being,
Absolutely.
creating a sense of harmony and balance. But what about exercise? How does mindfulness connect with physical activity?
You know, think about it this way. When we're running or lifting weights, are we fully present in our bodies? Or are we lost in thought worrying about the past or planning for the future?
Oh, I'm definitely guilty of letting my mind wander during workouts.
We all do it.
I might be on the treadmill, but mentally I'm somewhere else entirely.
But by bringing mindfulness to our workouts, we can transform them from a chore into a more enjoyable and fulfilling experience.
Oh, okay.
It's about paying attention to the sensations in our muscles, the rhythm of our breath, and the way our bodies move.
So instead of just going through the motions, it's about being fully present in each movement, almost like a moving meditation.
Exactly. And that present moment awareness can deepen our connection to our bodies, enhance our performance, and even help prevent injuries.
It's incredible how mindfulness can be applied to so many different areas of our lives. It's like a superpower for enhancing our physical and mental well-being.
It is.
Yeah.
And you don't need to meditate for hours to reap the benefits of mindfulness.
Right.
Even just incorporating small mindful moments throughout the day can make a difference.
You're right. It could be something as simple as like taking a few deep breaths before meals or noticing the sensations of the water on your skin in the shower or really listening to a loved one without distractions.
Exactly. It's about bringing that quality of present moment awareness to everyday experiences, finding those pockets of peace amidst the busyness of life.
That's a really beautiful way to think about it. It's not about adding another task to our to-do lists.
Right.
It's about shifting our perspective and embracing the power of the present moment. And speaking of embracing, the ZOJX Yoga blog article also emphasizes the importance of finding joy in the process of improving our health.
I love that point. It shouldn't feel like a chore or a punishment.
Yeah.
It's about finding activities that we genuinely enjoy that make us feel good in our bodies and minds.
That makes so much sense. Because if we dread going to the gym or force ourselves to eat bland food, it's just not sustainable in the long run.
Right.
It's about finding those healthy habits that we actually look forward to.
Absolutely. Might be dancing, hiking, swimming, cooking healthy meals with friends, or even just taking a leisurely walk in nature.
Oh, yeah.
The key is to find what lights you up and makes you feel alive.
And the article highlights that this is key for long-term success.
Right.
It's not about quick fixes or restrictive diets.
Right.
It's about creating a lifestyle that feels good and that you can maintain over time.
Exactly. It's about finding that sweet spot where healthy choices become ingrained habits,
Right.
not something you have to force yourself to do.
It's like finding that flow state where healthy living becomes an integral part of who you are,
Yes.
not just something you do. And I think that's a beautiful way to approach well-being, with a sense of joy, curiosity, and a willingness to experiment and find what truly works for you.
I couldn't agree more. It's about honoring your own unique journey, embracing the ups and downs, and celebrating the progress you make along the way.
Speaking of celebrating, the article also encourages us to celebrate those small wins no matter how insignificant they may seem. Whether it's drinking enough water, going for a walk, or simply taking a few moments to breathe deeply, every step we take towards a healthier life is worth acknowledging.
Absolutely. It's about shifting our focus from what we're not doing to what we are doing
Right.
and celebrating those positive choices.
Mhm.
It's about creating a positive feedback loop
Mhm.
where we feel good about the choices we're making, which motivates us to make more healthy choices.
It's like rewiring our brains to associate healthy habits with positive feelings,
Exactly.
making it more likely that we'll stick with them long term.
Yeah.
And, even if we stumble along the way,
Uh-huh.
it's about approaching ourselves with compassion and getting back on track. It's
Yeah.
not about being perfect, it's about progress.
So true. It's about being kind to ourselves,
Right,
recognizing that we're all works in progress and embracing the journey.
right.
And, even amidst the challenges and setbacks, there's always something to learn and grow from.
That's such an important reminder. It's not about beating ourselves up for our mistakes, but
Right.
rather about using them as opportunities to learn and grow.
So,
It's about approaching our well-being with a sense of curiosity and experimentation, finding what works for us, and constantly evolving.
I love that. It's about embracing the journey of self-discovery, of learning and growing, and ultimately creating a life that feels aligned with our values and aspirations. It's about becoming the best versions of ourselves, one healthy choice at a time.
That's beautifully said. And the article also touches on the importance of finding joy in the process.
Yeah.
It's not about forcing ourselves to do things we hate, but rather about finding activities that bring us pleasure and make us feel good.
Exactly. It's about finding what lights you up, what gets you excited to move your body or nourish yourself. It's about making healthy choices that feel sustainable and enjoyable, because when you enjoy something, you're more likely to stick with it.
And that's key for long-term success. It's not about short-term fixes or restrictive diets, but rather about creating a lifestyle that feels good and that you can maintain over time. It's about finding that sweet spot where healthy choices become ingrained habits, not something you have to force yourself to do.
And it's about celebrating those wins, no matter how small. Did you drink enough water today? Awesome. Did you go for a walk in nature? Fantastic. Every step we take towards better health is a victory worth acknowledging.
I love that. It's about shifting our focus from what we're not doing to what we are doing and celebrating those positive choices. It's about creating a positive feedback loop where we feel good about the choices we're making, which motivates us to make more healthy choices.
Exactly. And it's about recognizing that even small changes can make a big difference over time. It's not about overhauling your entire life overnight, but rather about making gradual, sustainable shifts that add up to a healthier and happier you.
This has been such an insightful conversation.
It really has.
It's amazing how much wisdom is packed into this seemingly simple article. We've explored everything from the fundamentals of hydration and sleep to the power of movement, nutrition, and mindfulness.
It's been a pleasure diving deep into these ideas with you. It's inspiring to see so many different pathways to well-being, each one offering unique benefits and opportunities for growth.
And it's empowering to know that we have the agency to choose which path we want to take,
Absolutely.
to create a lifestyle that reflects our values and supports our overall well-being.
Absolutely. It's about taking ownership of our health and making conscious choices that nourish our bodies and minds. It's about embracing the journey and celebrating the progress we make along the way.
And it's about remembering that well-being is a lifelong pursuit, not a destination.
Absolutely.
It's about constantly learning, growing, and evolving, and finding joy in the process.
That's beautifully said. It's about embracing the journey with all its ups and downs and finding ways to thrive in each and every moment.
This has been a truly enlightening deep dive into the world of well-being,
It has.
and we hope it's given you some valuable insights to take away.
I think so.
We've explored a wide range of practical tips and thought-provoking ideas, but now we want to leave you with something to ponder. If you could choose just one of these 9 areas to focus on this week, which one would it be and why? What small step can you take today to move closer to your vision of a healthier and happier you? Remember, even the smallest actions can create ripples of positive change. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep taking care of yourself. We'll see you on our next deep dive. Welcome back to the deep dive. Going through these 9 tips from the ZOJX yoga blog, it's amazing to see how such simple things can make a real difference in how we feel.
It really shows how much power we have when it comes to our own health. We don't always have to make huge changes. Those small, everyday choices really matter.
That's so true. One thing that stood out to me was how the article emphasized finding things we actually enjoy. It shouldn't be a battle. It's about those healthy habits that fit into our lives naturally.
Exactly. If we're always forcing ourselves, it's just not going to last.
Right. It's about finding that balance where those healthy choices just become part of who we are. And I think the article did a great job of giving lots of options, from more intense things like running to gentler things like walking or stretching.
I agree. And there's so much flexibility even within those categories. Like they talk about walking in nature, but that could be different for everyone, right?
Absolutely. A hike in the mountains, a walk in the park, it all counts. It's about finding those little bits of nature that work for you.
Exactly. And you don't need hours and hours. Even a quick walk on your lunch break can make a difference. Do you find that being in nature helps you?
Definitely. I always feel so much better, more centered and calm after spending time outdoors. It's like nature has this ability to reset my mind.
And there's a lot of research to back that up. Studies show that being in nature can reduce stress, lower blood pressure, even help you sleep better and be more creative.
It's amazing how powerful something so simple can be. And speaking of simple but powerful, let's go back to running for a second. The article talks about how transformative running can be both physically and mentally.
Running can really push you and help you feel that sense of achievement. Plus, it's a great way to clear your head and get those feel-good endorphins going.
I've always wanted to be one of those people who can just put on their shoes and go for a run, but I struggle with motivation. Any advice?
Start small. Be patient. Don't expect to be a marathon runner on day one. Begin with short bursts of running mixed with walking, and slowly increase it over time.
Makes sense. It's about setting those realistic goals and celebrating every step.
Exactly. And find a route you like. If you can run in a pretty park or on a nice trail, it can make a big difference.
I love that. It's like turning your workout into an adventure.
Right. And the article also mentions that running can be a social thing too.
That's true. Joining a running group can give you that community and support. Plus, running with a friend can make the time go by faster and make it more fun.
Definitely. There's something special about sharing those running challenges and wins with other people.
It seems like running can be so many things: a physical challenge, a mental boost, a social connection. It's a great example of how improving our health can be about so much more than just ourselves.
Well said. It's about finding those things that click for you, what brings you joy, and how to weave those things into your life.
This deep dive has been such a journey. We've covered so much ground, from basic things like water and sleep to the power of moving our bodies, eating well, and practicing mindfulness.
It's really inspiring to see how these simple steps can have such a huge impact on our happiness and well-being.
We hope you found some inspiration to look at your own habits and maybe try some of these things for yourself. Even small changes over time can really add up.
So we'll leave you with this. What's one little thing you can do today to get closer to feeling your best?
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep taking care of yourself.